Why is every case of cancer unique with its own genetics? For example, lung cancer is different from breast cancer. Why? Because the genes of one individual act in different ways on each individual compared to another individual who has the same type of cancer. Every cancer is said to be due to one's genetic makeup. Now, this is a very strong statement. It could only mean that what you eat or do can cause you to get these types of diseases. However, it doesn't mean that there are no other things or circumstances that could cause you cancer. In fact, there are many other causes, but these are the major ones. First, let us look at breast cancer. This type of cancer is due to the abnormal growth of cancer cells in the lining of the breast. This can also happen with other parts of the body, like skin cancer. Another common reason is when the DNA of a cell becomes damaged. When this happens, the cell will behave abnormally and it can develop into cancer cells. One of the reasons why cancer cells develop abnormally is when the DNA of a cell becomes damaged. This can be caused by exposure to radiation and certain medicines like chemotherapy. Also, certain cancers are related with lifestyle and heredity. So, this means that your cancer treatment may not be appropriate for another person. However, it does not mean that you cannot live with cancer. A very common explanation is because the body is designed to respond to different conditions differently. Since cancer is a disease, it has its own system and mechanisms to fight against it. The treatment methods for different types of cancer differ because they have different priorities. Also, because of these different priorities, there is always room for a compromise. Different cancer cases have their own set of symptoms or signs. In some cases, the symptoms are very serious, while in others they are less severe. If you want to know why is every case of cancer unique, you should be able to understand how to differentiate between these cases. For instance, if you have stomach cancer, the only way to tell whether you are being treated for esophageal cancer or not is to go to an expert and get the proper diagnosis done. Cancer cells grow very fast. Unlike normal cells, cancer cells reproduce very quickly, damaging tissues and organs very rapidly. When the body's immune system finds that something is wrong, it will try to fight against cancer cells. However, if the immune system finds that the cancer is non-cancerous, it will allow cancer cells to proliferate freely. This means that if the cancer cells are allowed to proliferate, the body's system will become very weak, leading to a fatal outcome. A cancer patient must keep in mind these facts about cancer. These are the basic reasons as to why is every case of cancer unique with its own special features. Keep in mind that your cancer will react differently with certain treatments. Thus, you need to keep track of your case at all times to make sure that you will receive the best possible treatment. In general, chemotherapy is one of the most effective treatments when it comes to treating cancer. The goal of chemotherapy is to kill off as many cancer cells as possible. Unfortunately, chemotherapy makes some cancer patients highly uncomfortable. This is due to the fact that it destroys healthy cells as well as cancer cells. Because of this, it is not uncommon for cancer patients to undergo extreme discomfort while undergoing a treatment regimen. Another problem is that chemotherapy can leave behind harmful side effects on the patient's system. These side effects may include hair loss, vomiting, diarrhea, and nausea. These side effects are known as secondary effects. They are caused by the drugs used in chemotherapy and the reactions it produces on the human body. Although they do cause side effects, they are not as severe as those of cancer cells. Cancer treatments also vary depending on the type of cancer that the patient has. There are different types of cancers including leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and even esophageal cancer. Each type of cancer requires a different kind of treatment. With all of this said, the reason behind why is every case of cancer unique with its own treatment is not fully understood.